Hi, this is Christopher Maloney. I want to tell you about the story of carbon. You probably already know about the carbon cycle, where carbon is actually released into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide and then trapped back in plants and held away from the atmosphere. And that's the carbon cycle. It's how all things, living things, pass away and are reformed into the carbon cycle. Carbon also plays well with others. It forms covalent bonds, which are sharing bonds with other atoms and other elements. And so it's really great by itself, but it also works well with other parts of itself, and it also works well with other elements. But it can be in a dysfunctional relationship with, like, say, oxygen or even hydrogen at times. When carbon's under pressure, it becomes peat, and then coal. We have a whole talk on coal at some point. Coal is not pure. Coal's got a bunch of other stuff in it. It's really not just burning the coal that causes the problem. All of the other elements in the coal are also burnt, and they also go up in the atmosphere. Coal can be under such pressure that it actually becomes a diamond, and those diamonds are pure coal, pure carbon, except for just like one atom in a million is another um, element, and those will actually be colored diamonds. Diamonds happen about 100 miles below the surface of the Earth, and they form this really cool structure that you can actually see through, which is why you can see through diamonds. And that heat and pressure actually needs carbon to lock onto itself very tightly, which is why diamonds are so hard. The existing diamonds are also really, really old. They actually um, are older than all plant life on Earth. They're coming from deep in the mantle. They are much denser than anything else that we've got. And Superman could not make a diamond by pressing coal. That's a myth created by the Superman franchise. The coal is far too full of gunk for the Superman's pressure to actually create a diamond. It has to be pure carbon to make a diamond. Except for an asteroid. Asteroids have really cool properties where they can make tiny diamonds by hitting so hard. There's a really bloody history to diamonds. This is a huge diamond mine that's now full of water. And you can imagine the workers in South Africa, where most of our diamonds come from, were not paid very well. And so De Beers Diamonds has a history of blood behind its success as a diamond producer. So will we ever run out of diamonds? Probably not. Here's why. We can actually generate the same pressures in a lab to make synthetic diamonds. And you can add in all those cool little colors into a synthetic diamond. This guy actually makes synthetic diamonds for his research in high pressure stuff, and he can make synthetic diamonds very cheaply from straight methane. But diamonds aren't the coolest thing that coal can do. This is a Buckmeister fullerene ball. This thing can actually enter your body, detoxify your body, bring drugs directly to your cells. It also can be used to clean out waterways. It can also be used as a replacement for Kevlar. And that same formation, that framework, Buckmeister Fuller can actually build something that's very resistant to being crushed by earthquakes and by hurricanes. So that's it for carbon, right? Nope. Graphene is actually the first two-dimensional material that we've ever found. Graphene is a part of the graphite that is in your pencils that you are supposed to be using right now for your notebooks to take notes on this. They thought graphene could only be done under very high temperatures, but it actually can be obtained at room temperature using a piece of Scotch tape. So what? Well, it's 150 times stronger than steel, which means it actually meets all the criteria that we need to have it used for space travel and a range of other things. So it's also really, really good at transmitting electricity, much better than silicon. If you know about silicon, silicon chips are how we run all of our computers currently. It's impermeable to gas, so you could use it for floats. It binds radioactive elements, so we can actually use it to get radiation out of the system, and you can actually use it for medical purposes that are much cheaper, so it brings down the cost of medical dyes that people use to check out for brain cancer and other things like that. In 2019, a group in Peking University actually created an intensely form of graphene that should be strong enough to make the space elevator a reality at some point. So carbon, it makes us and it might save us. This is David Bowie, and for your Murphy, Under Pressure. You should watch the